Good morning all. So now we will be going towards the development of the third week. So in the beginning of third week, the embryonic disc, if we look it from above, like if we looking it from this part, the from this part, if we removing the amniotic cavity, and then we looking it from this part, then what we will be seeing will be the embryonic disc will look like a circular, will be circular in shape. Okay. And on the above layer will be of ectoderm layer. Okay. The layer on the top will be of epiblast cells with a primitive ectoderm layer. Suppose this is the epiblast cells, primitive ectoderm layer, and the lower is the hypoblast cells, the primitive endoderm layer. Okay. So initially, by the beginning of the third week, it looks like a circular. It looks in circular in shape, and then it starts elongating, and later it becomes like a inverted pear shape. Now, what will happen? A streak is formed known as primitive streak. What is primitive streak? It's just like a cut at the lower end, that is at the tail end. The main process that happens in the third week is the process of gastrulation. In this process, what happens? The 3 germ layers are formed. So for the process of gastrulation, the first thing that happens is formation of primitive streak. This is formed by a cut like this. Then what will happen? It will make a depression here. A depression is formed. This is known as the primitive node. Node is like this, and finally what will happen? A hole is formed. This is known as primitive pit, like this, if you can see. Okay, primitive pit. A hole is formed. Pit means a hole. Okay, below we have the hypoblast layer, and above we have the epiblast layer. So okay, this epiblast layer is divided into surface ectoderm, this side surface ectoderm, neurectoderm this side, and pluripotent cell this side. These pluripotent cells will give rise to the other cells, as pluripotent means the cells that give rise to new cells. Okay, so primitive streak is developing here in the pluripotent area. Now this neural ectoderm, this area, gives rise to central nervous system, and this surface ectoderm will finally form the epidermis of the skin. Okay, this is the epiblast layer. It is divided into 3: the surface ectoderm, the neurectoderm, and the pluripotent cell. In the pluripotent cell, the primitive streak is formed, then the primitive pit is formed. Okay, and this neurectoderm is giving rise to central nervous system, surface ectoderm is giving rise to epidermis of the skin. Now through this primitive pit is a hole. Through this primitive pit, the new cells that are developing from the primitive streak will start going towards the inner aspect, in the inner layer, and will go towards the cephalic end. This is the cephalic end, this is the tail end. Okay, so the cells that are developing will start going here towards the cephalic end and form in between like this. See, okay, cells are going from here and will grow towards the cephalic end and are lying in between. This is called as notochord. Okay, this is the formation of notochord. This process is called notochordal process or the head process. Okay, cells through the primitive pit starts growing towards the inner aspect, and they grow in the cephalic direction towards the precaudal plate. Here we have this precaudal plate. Okay, this process is called the notochordal process. Now what will happen? Inside this notochord, a canal will be formed. Canal is the outlet, a canal will be formed that is called as neurenteric canal. As you can see in this diagram, inside this notochord a canal will be formed called as neurenteric canal. Okay. Now what will happen? The lower lining of this neurenteric canal will start merging with the hypoblast layer. Okay. This is view like this. We have, this view is like this. Okay, like this. So we have amniotic cavity above and the yolk sac below, and the epiblast cell, hypoblast cell, and now a notochord in between. Okay. So now what will happen? This lower lining of this neurenteric canal will merge with will fuse with the hypoblast cell. Okay. So now what will happen? Suppose it's merging like this. So now there will be the layer of hypoblast cell is almost gone like now. Okay. So now the amniotic cavity is open from above to the yolk sac from below like this. Okay. So now what will happen? Through this neurenteric canal, the nutrition from the yolk sac will go to the amniotic cavity, to the above. Okay, nutrition from the yolk sac will go above and it will provide nutrition to the developing neuroectoderm here. This neuroectoderm will develop the neural tube. Okay, nervous system. So the nutrition from yolk sac through neuroenteric canal will come at this end and will be nourishing the neuroectoderm. So okay. So now what will happen? Once the nutrition is established, this neuroenteric canal will now starts elating. Now it will come in between. It will start elating. Okay, getting up. If you can see in this diagram, it will start elating now. Okay, from this hypoblast layer it will come above, and now this hypoblast layer will be replaced by a new group of cells from the primitive streak, a new group of cell, and it will form the layer of cells now called as endoderm. Okay, so now endoderm is formed. Okay, now this notochord is in between. Once the nutrition is made available here, there is no more need of this canal. So now the neuroenteric canal will start elating from the hypoblast layer, and then it gets thickened here, and so it will form notochordal plate. This notochordal plate will later give rise to the neural tube. Okay. Now this notochordal plate will start separating from the primitive endoderm, and it will stay in the midline, and now a new layer of cells, group of cells derived from the primitive streak will form the layer of cells of endoderm. Okay. Now what will happen? The layer of cells in the midline is called notochord, and the layer of cells from the primitive stream that are lying on the either sides of these notochord is known as the intraembryonic mesoderm. Okay, in the middle we have notochord, on both the sides we have intraembryonic mesoderm, lower end we have endoderm, and the cells of this ectoderm is also replaced by a new layer of cells from the primitive streak. The cells of the epiblast will now be replaced from the new cells from the primitive streak, and now they are called as ectoderm. So now all the three layers are formed: ectoderm, mesoderm and endoderm. Okay, all the three layers are formed from this primitive streak. So primitive streak is the main is primitive streak is the main thing from where all the three germ layers are made. Now this middle layer, this intraembryonic mesoderm, is not covering at the precaudal plate at this end and the cloacal membrane at this end. Okay, we have cloacal membrane at this end and precaudal plate at this end. So this intraembryonic mesoderm doesn't go till precaudal plate here. This precaudal plate will later form the oropharyngeal or buccopharyngeal membrane, and the cloacal membrane will later form the anus. Okay, understood? So this is the intraembryonic membrane is not present at the precaudal plate and the cloacal membrane. So by the end of the 4th week, the primitive streak usually disappears. Usually this primitive streak is disappeared by the end of 4th week, but sometimes it may persist in the newborn, and that condition is called as sacrococcygeal teratoma. It's a benign tumor, as the name suggests. It's a teratoma. It is near the sacrum and coccyx region, and as the primitive streak is also at the sacrum and coccyx region at the tail end, so this teratoma is also found at sacrum or coccyx region. It's usually seen in female newborns, and it has a good prognosis. By treatment, it is in this condition can be resolved. So till now, so this is the process of gastrulation. Okay.